When I was growing up, my next door neighbor was with the same company for over 30 years. And I never will forget when they had a party for him and he was awarded a watch. This was a common practice because people stayed with organizations a long time. I know if you are in senior living, you know that that may not be the case today. Well, today's video, I'm going to talk about longevity and when should you celebrate it. This is some ideas that help with retention. So go ahead, stay till the end of the video. You'll get some tips. Subscribe because I'm always giving new videos where you can either share them with your teams. And if you want to go deeper, go ahead and schedule a strategy session. I have a link below where you can do that. So I don't know if you're watching this, if you've been with your organization 90 days, a year, 16 years. You know, the world has changed and people job hop and they move quite a bit. So should you be celebrating longevity in a position or not? Or is somebody just going to leave the next day? Well, a few tips and tools on this. Make sure that your employees, your teams, understand that you honor longevity with the organization. Talk about it. Say, so-and-so has been here, 12 years. Make sure you're celebrating it monthly. I know some organizations will put it in their newsletter. They have a work anniversary. And that is great stuff. Just creating the language around it that we honor people who stay. Next, consider what those milestones are. Unlike my neighbor, it doesn't necessarily have to be 30 years. What about 30 days? What about 60 days? What about 90 days? Often those are markers for whether someone is doing well in the job or if they're going to, keep the job in a permanent way. But why not celebrate them as thank you so much for staying. We know you have other options out there. We are honoring you. Could it be 15 minutes leaving early after 30 days? After 90 days, do they earn a day off? What is it? But making sure that longevity is always talked about and having that staying power for your employees. And then finally, think about some of those things that make people stay. So finally, think about those things that make people stay. There are studies out there that show some of the things that people want the most affect their well-being. So do you have a wellness program? Are you concerned about stress, burnout, and mental health on your team? That's an area to really consider when you're trying to keep people with your organization. Longevity has been shown to exist when people feel that they are really genuinely cared about by their organization. So check out some other videos I have about forming a wellness program within your organization, but really have some care, concern, and empathy for how your team is doing. That's a great way to keep them there. So I hope these tips have helped you think about work anniversaries and what to celebrate and how to keep people longer. Please subscribe because I have all kinds of videos that will help you and your senior living teams. And if you want to go a little deeper, schedule a strategy session. The link's below. Thanks so much for watching. This is Kathy Perry.